Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. From novice to maestro, mastering the magnetic timeline in Final Cut Pro. The magnetic timeline in Final Cut Pro is a powerful, yet sometimes misunderstood, editing paradigm. It's what sets Final Cut Pro apart and allows for incredibly fast and flexible editing. However, it also requires a shift in thinking compared to traditional track-based systems. This tutorial will guide you from a complete beginner to a seasoned professional, teaching you the nuances of the magnetic timeline and how to leverage its power for efficient and creative editing. We'll cover everything from basic concepts to advanced techniques, including the strategic use of connected clips, storylines, and more. Understanding the core concepts, what makes the magnetic timeline unique. Traditional nles, nonlinear editors, like Adobe Premiere Pro and Avid Media Composer, use a track-based system. Clips are placed on independent, layered tracks, and you're responsible for manually managing overlaps and gaps. The magnetic timeline offers a different approach. Primary storyline. This is the foundation of your project. It's typically the main narrative thread, often consisting of your core footage, interviews, or master shots. Think of it as the backbone of your sequence. Automatic gap removal. When you move or delete a clip in the primary storyline, Final Cut Pro automatically closes the gap, keeping your sequence tightly packed. This is a massive time saver. Magnetic connection. Clips can be connected to the primary storyline. These connected clips move with the primary storyline, maintaining their relative position. This is perfect for B-roll, titles, music, and sound effects. Contextual trimming. Instead of strictly layering, the magnetic timeline encourages editing in context. As you trim, move, and adjust clips, elements near them adjust intelligently, making the process feel fluid and intuitive. Storylines. These are many sequences within the main timeline. They allow you to group related clips together, apply effects to the group as a whole, and move complex arrangements as a single unit. This is crucial for complex multi-camera edits, visual effects sequences, and music montages. 2. Getting started, basic editing operations. 1. Importing media. Begin by importing your video and audio files into the Final Cut Pro library. Go to File, Import Media, or use the keyboard shortcut CMD+I. Organize your footage into events for better workflow. 2. Creating a project. Create a new project by going to File, New Project, or use the keyboard shortcut CMD+N. Choose your desired settings, resolution, frame rate, and audio settings. Match these to your source footage for optimal quality. 3. Placing clips on the primary storyline. Drag a clip from the browser, where your imported media resides, directly onto the timeline. This automatically places it on the primary storyline. 4. Basic editing tools. Select tool, A, used for selecting, moving, and adjusting clip positions. Blade tool, B, cuts clips into segments. Useful for removing unwanted portions or creating edit points. Trim tool, T, adjusts the in and out points of clips. This is where the magnetic nature of the timeline truly shines. Position tool, P, allows you to move clips without affecting the timing of the surrounding clips, creates gaps or overlaps. Often used for fine-tuning positions or redimming segments. Ripple tool, RR, trims a clip and adjusts the adjacent clip to maintain the overall timeline length. This is the default trimming behavior. Roll tool, R, adjusts the edit point between two adjacent clips, making one longer and the other shorter. Slip tool, SS changes the in and out points of a clip without affecting its duration or position in the timeline. Allows you to slip the content seen within the clip window. Asterisk slide tool, S moves a clip along the timeline, changing the duration of the clips on either side. Asterisk hand tool, H for panning around the timeline, especially useful for zoomed-in views. Asterisk zoom tool, Z for zooming in and out of the timeline. 5 trimming clips. Asterisk select the trim tool, T. Drag the edge of a clip to shorten or lengthen it. Notice how the surrounding clips adjust automatically. This is ripple trimming at its finest. 6 deleting clips. Asterisk select a clip and press the delete key. The gap will automatically close. 7 moving clips. Asterisk select a clip and drag it along the primary storyline. The other clips will shift to accommodate the new position. 3. Connected clips, adding depth and complexity. Connected clips are the workhorses of the magnetic timeline. They're essential for adding B-roll, titles, graphics, music, and sound effects without disrupting the primary storyline. 1 connecting clips. Asterisk drag a clip from the browser and place it above the primary storyline. Final Cut Pro will automatically connect it to the clip directly below it. A thin vertical line indicates the connection. 2 adjusting connections. Asterisk you can change the connection point by dragging the connected clip horizontally. The connection line will move to reflect the new anchor point on the primary storyline. 3 detaching audio. Asterisk video and audio are often linked. To detach the audio, select the clip, go to Clip Detach Audio, or use the keyboard shortcut CMD plus Opt plus B. Now you can move and edit the audio independently. 4 adding music and sound effects. Asterisk import your audio tracks and connect them to the primary storyline in the same way you would add B-roll. Use the audio meters to adjust the volume levels. 5 adding titles. Asterisk Final Cut Pro comes with a library of built-in titles. Drag a title from the titles browser onto the timeline and connect it to the primary storyline. Customize the text, font, size, and color in the inspector, the panel on the right side of the screen. 4. Mastering storylines, organizing complex edits. Storylines are powerful tools for organizing and manipulating groups of clips. They create self-contained mini-sequences within the main timeline. 1 creating a storyline. Asterisk select the clips you want to group together. Then, go to Edit Create Storyline or use the keyboard shortcut CMD plus G. 2 using compound clips. Asterisk a compound clip is similar to a storyline, but it creates a new clip in your browser that represents the sequence you grouped. Changes made within the compound clip will be reflected wherever that clip is used in your project. Edit Create Compound Clip, Option plus G. 3 applying effects to storylines. Asterisk select a storyline and apply effects from the effects browser, CMD plus 5. The effect will be applied to the entire storyline, treating it as a single unit. 4 moving storylines. Asterisk you can move storylines around the timeline just like any other clip. This is especially useful for rearranging complex sequences. 5 auditions. Asterisk storylines can contain an audition, allowing you to try different versions of the same edit. Right-click on the storyline, select New Audition and add the alternate clips. You can switch between audition selections using the audition triangle at the top left of the storyline. Advanced techniques and tips. 1 skimming and marking. Asterisk use the I key to mark in points and the O key to mark out points on your source clips in the browser. This allows you to quickly select the portions of your footage you want to use in your project. 2 3-point editing. Asterisk mark in and out points on your source clip and either an in or out point on the timeline. Use the E key to connect the clip to the end of the primary storyline, Q to connect to the playhead, or W to overwrite. 3. Using roles * Final Cut Pro uses roles to categorize audio and video tracks. By default, video is assigned the video role, and audio is assigned the dialogue, music, or effects roles. You can create custom roles. Roles are useful for organizing your timeline and for exporting specific audio stems, example only the dialogue track. Go to Modify Edit Roles. 4. Transform, crop, and distort * Utilize the transform, crop, and distort controls within the inspector, usually in the Video tab, for manipulating the scale, position, rotation, and appearance of clips. Experiment with Ken Burns effects, slow zooms and pans, to add visual interest. 5. Color Correction * Final Cut Pro offers powerful color correction tools. Use the color board or color wheels in the inspector to adjust the exposure, saturation, and hue of your clips. Apply looks and grades to create a consistent visual style. 6. Audio Mixing * Pay close attention to your audio levels. Use the audio meters to ensure that your dialogue, music, and sound effects are properly balanced. Apply audio effects such as EQ, compression, and reverb to enhance the sound quality. 7. Keyframing * Animate clip properties over time using keyframes. Add keyframes to the opacity, position, scale, rotation, or audio levels to create dynamic effects. Click the diamond symbol in the inspector next to the property you want to animate to add a keyframe. 8. Motion Graphics Templates MOGRTs Explore motion graphics templates created in Motion, Final Cut Pro's companion motion graphics application. These templates offer pre-built animations and effects that can be easily customized with your own text and images. 9. Keyboard Shortcuts * Learn and use keyboard shortcuts to speed up your workflow. Final Cut Pro has a wealth of shortcuts that can save you time and effort. 10. Proxies * If your computer struggles with high-resolution footage, generate proxy media. Select your footage in the browser, right-click, and choose Transcode Media and select Create Proxy Media. Final Cut will create lower-resolution versions for editing, and switch back to the full-resolution originals for exporting. 6. Code Examples * AppleScript for automation. While Final Cut Pro doesn't use traditional code like Python or C++, you can use AppleScript to automate certain tasks. Here are a couple of examples. How to use AppleScript with Final Cut Pro * 1. Open Script Editor * Open the Script Editor application, located in /applications/utilities/. 2. Paste the script * Paste the AppleScript code into the script editor window. 3. Run the script * Click the Run button, or press CMD+R, to execute the script. Important considerations for AppleScript *. Accessibility * Ensure that Final Cut Pro has accessibility permissions enabled in System Preferences Security and Privacy Accessibility. Final Cut Pro is open * Final Cut Pro must be open and active for the AppleScript to work. Script editor knowledge * A basic understanding of AppleScript syntax is helpful. Limitations * AppleScript is powerful but has limitations compared to a full scripting language. It's best used for automating repetitive tasks or for controlling Final Cut Pro's basic functions. 7. A practical workflow example, creating a simple promo video. Let's tie all these concepts together with a practical example, creating a short promo video for a product. 1. Import footage * Import your product shots, testimonials, and any relevant graphics. 2. Create a project * Set the project settings to match your footage. 3. Establish the primary storyline * Place the main product shots in chronological order on the primary storyline. 4. Add B-roll * Use connected clips to add B-roll footage, close-ups, detail shots, to visually enhance the product shots. 5. Incorporate testimonials * cut and place the testimonial segments on the primary storyline. Use connected clips for B-roll during the testimonials. 6. Add music * import background music and connect it to the beginning of the timeline. Lower the volume to avoid overpowering the dialogue. 7. Add titles * create an intro title and outro title. Use motion graphics templates for more dynamic visuals. 8. Color correct * adjust the colors of the clips to create a consistent look. 9. Audio mixing * balance the levels of the music, dialogue, and sound effects. 10. Export * export the finished video in your desired format. File share master file. 8. Resources for continued learning. Apple's Final Cut Pro documentation * the official documentation is a great resource for detailed information about all of Final Cut Pro's features. YouTube tutorials * search for specific topics or workflows you want to learn. There are countless tutorials available from experienced editors. Look for content from Ripple Training, Izzy Video, and Cinecom.net. Online courses * consider taking online courses on platforms like Udemy or Skillshare for a more structured learning experience. Final Cut Pro communities * join online forums and communities to ask questions, share tips, and learn from other editors. Practice, practice, practice * the best way to master the magnetic timeline is to use it regularly. Experiment with different techniques and find what works best for your workflow. Conclusion * The magnetic timeline in Final Cut Pro is a powerful editing tool that can dramatically speed up your workflow and allow you to focus on the creative aspects of filmmaking. By understanding the core concepts, mastering the basic editing operations, and leveraging the advanced techniques, you can unlock the full potential of Final Cut Pro and create stunning videos. Remember that mastering the magnetic timeline takes time and practice, so be patient with yourself and keep experimenting. Good luck.